Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. Today we're plunging right into some fascinating news from the world of rugby. Our mission for you listening is to really unpack a recent high-stakes match. We want to reveal the surprising tactical brilliance that emerged from a moment of pretty intense adversity. We're essentially giving you a shortcut to understanding how one team didn't just, survive a major setback, but actually turned it into a dominant victory. And hey, before we jump right in, if you're a fan of rugby or maybe just super curious about the cutting edge of sports strategy, make sure you hit that subscribe button for Rugby Obsession. You really won't want to miss our future deep dives.
Absolutely. And what's really fascinating here, I think, is how just one single incident, a challenging one at that, can completely reshape a game. It shines a spotlight on, well, incredible strategic foresight. We'll be looking closely at how the Springboks navigated what looked like an impossible situation. And, the broader implications this has for innovative coaching in modern rugby, it's quite something.
Okay, let's unpack this then. We're talking about the Springboks' recent victory over Italy. Now, on paper, you might look at the scoreline and think, okay, straightforward win, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting. The twist in the tail. Just 22 minutes into the game, the Springboks' number 8, Jasper Wiese, was shown a straight red card for headbutting Italy's prop, Danilo Fischetti. Now, this meant South Africa had to play almost a whole hour with only 14 men.
And crucially, the 20-minute red card rule wasn't applied here.
Right. Explain that quickly.
Well, that rule usually allows a team to replace a red-carded player after 20 minutes, but typically only for, say, accidental high tackles or technical infringements, because this was deemed clear foul play, headbutting. They were stuck with 14 men for the entire rest of the match, no replacement.
Nearly 60 minutes down a player.
Exactly, which immediately brings up the big question. How does a team not just survive that kind of disadvantage, but actually thrive, dominate even for such a huge chunk of the game? If you connect this to the bigger picture, well, it's often the ultimate test, isn't it? Tests a team's depth, their planning, their coaching adaptability like nothing else.
And what about Jasper Wiese himself and the team's reaction? Because that must have been a blow.
Huge blow.
Springbok's boss, Rassie Erasmus, though, he didn't rush to condemn him. He came out and said they would give Wiese, quote, all our support and all the legal help that we possibly can.
Share solidarity.
Yeah, and he also expressed sadness, mentioned Wiese's commitment and passion, talked about how unfortunate it was he couldn't play alongside his brother, Cobus Wiese, who was also in the squad.
That adds another layer.
Right. And Erasmus emphasized, quote, Wiese is not a guy who goes out to do things like that.
It suggests they see it as out of character, perhaps a moment of madness.
It definitely speaks volumes about the team culture standing by their player like that. But okay, the really astonishing part, the bit that makes you sit up, is this. Despite Wiese getting sent off when the Boks were only 10 points ahead,
Only 10-0, yeah. Early days.
they rallied, somehow magnificently, to claim a dominant 45-0 win. 45-0.
Yeah.
How on earth did they pull that out? A player down for nearly an hour.
This is where we get into the tactical genius, and specifically Andre Esterhuizen, their inside center, and this unique hybrid role he played. Erasmus himself credits Esterhuizen's ability to just seamlessly switch between the back line and the forward pack. That was the absolute key, he says, to their recovery and, well, their eventual dominance.
Wow. So Esterhuizen, the center, moving into the forwards, that sounds like a remarkable foresight. I mean, most teams in that situation, you'd just be scrambling, trying to plug gaps, right?
Exactly. You'd expect some shuffling, maybe sacrificing width, trying to cope.
So was this something they'd actually prepared for? Or was it just a brilliant piece of in-game improvisation?
Well, this is the fascinating part. You're hitting right on it. Erasmus actually revealed that Esterhuizen had indeed been training for this specific versatile role in camp, long before this match even happened.
No way.
Yeah. So when Wiese was sent off, the plan clicked into gear. Esterhuizen was used to play flanker, essentially becoming a powerful, mobile forward, but specifically when the Springboks had possession.
Ah, okay. Only on attack.
Primarily, yes. This allowed other players like Evan Roos and Marco van Staden, who are natural back rowers, to kind of shift around, effectively covering that number 8 space at times. Esterhuizen, crucially, understands the mechanics of the maul and the line-out. These are core forward skills, set pieces vital for possession and territory.
So he wasn't just, like, filling a space. He knew the job.
Precisely. He's incredibly versatile. It meant they could maintain that crucial third loose forward in attack, which stopped their attacking shape from just collapsing. It kept providing power at the breakdown.
So they didn't lose that go-forward momentum.
Exactly. And Erasmus admitted, kind of funny actually, he initially planned this hybrid role not specifically for red cards, but as he put it, it worked out nicely in this situation. Understatement of the year, maybe.
It's almost like they were playing chess while Italy were, well, maybe caught off guard.
Yeah.
I mean, who actively practices for losing a key forward to a red card in the first quarter?
Very few, I'd imagine, not to this level of detail.
It's that depth of planning, isn't it, that really separates the great teams in modern rugby. Makes you wonder, and maybe for you listening too, have you seen other examples like this in sports? Where coaches prepare for these really unexpected curveballs and a specific player's versatility just turns the game on its head?
It's a great question.
We genuinely love to hear your thoughts, your opinions on social media. And hey, while you're thinking about it, maybe now's a good time. Don't forget to subscribe to Rugby Obsession for more insights just like these.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Because this whole incident, with Wise's red card and then the Springboks' incredible recovery, it isn't just a one-off stroke of luck or a single clever tactic. It really fits into a broader story, doesn't it, around Rassie Erasmus and his reputation for, well, innovative and sometimes controversial tactics.
Absolutely. If you zoom out for a moment, you see a consistent pattern. It's not happening in a vacuum.
Yeah.
You've got examples like the respected referee Nigel Owens weighing in on what he called the problem with some of Erasmus's constant innovations.
Right, pushing the envelope.
Exactly. And there are always intense discussions about the real genius or maybe the risks behind his ploys. Things like calling for early scrums, which can be high risk, high reward. There was even the Italy boss, after a different game perhaps, accusing the Springboks of disrespect over some of their tactical innovations.
So it clearly ruffles feathers.
It does. It highlights how much their approach challenges the traditional norms of rugby.
So these aren't just isolated experiments we're seeing. They're part of a consistent, you could say, forward-thinking approach. An approach that definitely keeps the rugby world talking and arguably pushes the very boundaries of how the game is played.
It's fascinating to watch these strategies unfold in real time.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for the future of rugby tactics? We've just unpacked, I think, a really fascinating example of resilience, of tactical depth, and some incredibly forward-thinking coaching. From that surprising red card, a real moment of crisis, to a completely dominant victory. The Springboks showed exactly how meticulous planning and player versatility can overcome immense pressure.
Huge pressure.
We hope you listening found some surprising facts and maybe a few aha moments in this deep dive.
And it definitely raises an important question for you to think about going forward. As the game keeps evolving, how will these kinds of innovative strategies continue to shape the sport? And maybe more excitingly, what new tactical hybrid roles, like Esterhuizen's, might we see emerge in the future of rugby? Where else could that versatility be used?